When you think about geniuses, we think about many different people. People who have made an imprint in life and society. But when we talk about film, people rarely talk about Mel Gibson. And I know you're probably saying to yourself,
here we go again.
But hear me out. Mel Gibson is one of the most underrated genius filmmakers of our time. Let's talk about why. Mel Gibson both acts and directs on the highest level. He's one of those directors whose obsession with realism and attention to detail reminds me of Richard Fleischer, who famously captured an actual solar eclipse during the filming of Barabbas in 1961. That's the level of commitment Gibson brings to the table. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard right. An actual real solar eclipse. That is what you're seeing right now on your screen. Don't play with Mel Gibson and don't play with Richard Fleischer, my guys. Oftentimes I'm looking at this guy saying, God, please give me that kind of talent. But anyway, we move. And yes, I got to give my props up to Christopher Nolan himself. Christopher Nolan is known for flipping an actual truck in The Dark Knight and used IMAX cameras for maximum realism. But Christopher Nolan also sticks true to realism. In Oppenheimer, he didn't use a nuclear bomb, as we can tell because we would have all been wiped out, but he used something similar, close by anyway. But you're getting my drift. In recent times, he's picked himself up again, but before he won the Best Director and Best Picture at the Oscars for Braveheart, The Passion of the Christ, and was nominated for 3 Academy Awards and Hacksaw Ridge. He's been winning on and off the pitch. Look at him. But anyway, apart from all of that, he received 3 Oscar nominations from the banger itself, The Passion of the Christ. Mel Gibson decided to throw off the whole industry with this one, the dialogue. The dialogue of The Passion of the Christ was in Aramaic, Latin and Hebrew. That wasn't for show. It was Gibson's way of immersing the audience in the world completely. Whether or not you agree with the film's message, the authenticity is undeniable. To this day, many people associate Jim Caviezel as being Jesus, or being Jesus himself. He immersed himself in that role and also got struck down by lightning on the cross. It doesn't get any more realer than that. Anyway, let's talk about another GOAT. Are you ready for this one? Apocalypto. Yes, that was a real panther chasing my guy through the bushes. He was scared for his life. Anyway, this movie really doesn't get enough credit. Gibson made the bold choice to film the entire movie in Yucatec Maya, a language barely known outside of the academic circles. No big name actors, no English dialogue, and yet the story is gripping from start to finish. Mel Gibson doesn't just direct. He becomes part of the DNA of the film. He's been seen demonstrating entire scenes to actors, not because he doesn't trust them, but because he wants them to feel exactly as he envisions it. This level of personal investment is why his films often carry such an emotional weight. He doesn't just sit on the chair and yell, action! He gets into the thick of it, breathes the characters. But one thing I like about him, he makes these extra stars, because look at this man in front of Judas. He's putting his whole life into this, and this guy is tweaking. He gets them tweaking. But above all that, look, his casting is also amazing. Casting Monica Bellucci as Mary Magdalene wasn't just a choice for name recognition, although she was going to go on and be a Bond girl. Monica is known for her bold, provocative roles, yet she brought raw emotion, vulnerability and presence to The Passion of the Christ. If you didn't know anything about Mary Magdalene, Mary is the one that got saved by Jesus from being stoned to death by religious leaders. I know I would have been there at the time with my 2 loaves of bread and fish and like, yo, Jesus does it again. But jokes aside, the question is Mel Gibson an underrated director? He's still left out of the greatest directors' conversations. Why? Maybe it's controversy, maybe it's politics, but strictly speaking, as a filmmaker, his work holds up against the best of the best. His attention to detail, emotional intensity, casting instincts, and commitment to realism place him in the rare tier. Even Spike Lee says that Apocalypto is one of his best. Like Nolan, like Fleischer, he's a storyteller who wants you to feel every moment, not just watch it. Let me know in the comments what your favourite Mel Gibson directed film is, and whether you think he deserves more recognition behind the camera. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into underrated talents in film. Anyway, eat your vitamins and say your prayers. Goodbye.
I just wanted to say Thanks.